What's happening, YouTube? It's Nova from Four Guys in a Comic here, and this time I'm going to be looking at the Guardians of the Galaxy by Valentino Omnibus. So happy this came out. I read this run about a year ago. I read almost half of it and really enjoyed it. It's so good. Pretty wordy stuff, but it is the 31st century Guardians of the Galaxy. You got Charlie 27, you got Martin X, Yondu, Major Victory, a bunch of other characters that sort of pop in and out. But yeah, very exciting stuff. Let's take a look at this book. Of course, starting with the spine. Really plain Marvel Omnibus spine, but still very excited that this book came out. The design isn't that great. You got all the covers on the back here, like the some of their books. I guess they don't do with all their books anymore. Got our cover pricing here: 100 US, 127 Canadian. Quickly take a look at what it contains: 29 issues of the series, 2 annuals, and a few annuals from other series as well. So that's the dust jacket. We're going to take it off, take a look at what is underneath. And like magic, it's off. I'm just going to take a quick look. Wow, that's a lot of reading right there. So pause it as you'd like. We'll create a rundown. And the actual book itself. So, same cover art without the text here. Nothing too crazy. On the back we've got, spine is the same. On the back we've got this cool Korvac centered image. Really fun stuff. Let's dive into the book. So, this series is from the 90s, but it's really cool. I really like the characters here. Obviously, very different personalities from your 21st century characters, but really fun. They go through some crazy stuff. Martin X Crucified, that's wild. They go through some really crazy adventures, and it's all cosmic. If you like Marvel Cosmic, this is really good stuff. Like I mentioned, it's quite wordy, but none of it is like cheesy wordiness and excessive exposition. None of that. It's all really fun. Really, that's what it comes down to. This is Marvel Cosmic at its, some 90s greatness. The characters, actually, I do prefer this lineup to the 21st century one. I don't know what it is, they're just much more interesting characters to me. None of them, they do this weird contest where they sort of fight these weird parallels to themselves. You got Firelord who joins in while he's, I think at this point he wasn't a Herald of Galactus anymore. Maybe he was. Really cool. He just sort of pops in for a couple issues. You've got Silver Surfer, I believe. They've got the annual in here, which is kind of cool. But anyway, yeah, really fun stuff. Let's take a look at the front end of the book. I'm not a big fan of this pink interior lining. Kind of weird for me, mostly because the rest of the aesthetic of the book isn't all that pink. Take a look at the creators here. Some editorial brass. Got a breakdown of all the issues here. Publication month, all that year. Page number, of course. And yeah, the book's mostly purely content. We'll look at the bonus details, bonus features at the end. As always, sorry, just trying to get to the binding here. As always, fantastic Marvel binding. The book stays open from page 1, which I'll prove to you guys. I mean, pretty much proved it when showing you the table of contents. There you go, from page 1, completely open. And let's take a look at the back matter, which there isn't a lot of, again. Book clocks in at about halfway to 1,000. No, not halfway. Sorry, 950 pages is what I'll say. Close to 1,000. So we got some history of the Guardians here. some pretty fun stuff if you're into that sort of thing. There's no like letters to the editor or anything like that. Some cover gallery of the trades and stuff. Oh, there's some inked pages. I guess there were cards at the time. Yeah, trading card art. It's kind of fun. That's kind of cool. But yeah, really good stuff. I highly recommend it if you're a fan, again, of Guardians of the Galaxy or just Marvel Cosmic in general. I highly, highly recommend you guys grab this book. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. Hopefully I may have swayed your interest in the book. It is really, really good. I can't really do it justice since I haven't read the whole thing, but what I have read really sucked me in. Pick this up so we can maybe get some more Guardians of the Galaxy, maybe a Nova Classic Omnibus. That'd be super cool. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Be sure to check out the podcast. We have talked to Ron Mars, who wrote the Silver Surfer Annual in this omnibus on our podcast. He's a great guy. Talk some Surfer, talk some Kyle Rayner with him. And yeah, be sure to check out the podcast. We interview a lot of dudes all the time. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. And until next time, you stay classy, Internet.